starred on a really great show, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and they were awesome. Like they were just like a family, and I mean, they had it down. I learned in the 2 weeks I did the show, I learned probably so much. Like it was like crash course in comedic timing, you know. And then another show, I had a recurring role on the Steve Harvey Show. And that was really cool too, because I didn't do just one episode. I actually went back, and the second time I went back, they knew me. It was like, it's kind of weird when you guest star on a show. It's like you go, and you're the new kid. Everybody else knows each other. Everybody else knows the routine, and you're the only one kind of standing there like going, oh, please talk to me. You know, or it's just like kind of awkward the first couple days. But they were really cool, really funny, and you know, they were really helpful.
When I left the show, I was teaching martial arts, but then I did it for so long, I kind of got burned out on it a little bit, so I wanted to try something different. So I kind of went into the corporate world a little bit, and I was working with an advertising company for a while, and that started traveling me all over the country a little bit, and then I just realized that, you know, my calling was I got to work with kids, you know, and be teaching kids, so that's why I decided to go back and teach martial arts, and so I find it more fulfilling, and you find that when you have, you know, fulfilling work, then other good things start happening to you. So, you know, I got a good girlfriend now that is very supportive, and so, you know, that kind of stuff. So good things happen when you realize what your calling is. So I just definitely got to get back to that. So.
I did a movie called Exorcism. I played the Prince of Darkness, the devil. 4 hours in a makeup chair. And I should have brought the picture. I mean, they put long stringy hair on me, an old prosthetic head, forehead, and the only thing you could recognize is my nose. Pretty recognizable. But that was one of my favorites. Anyway, the 4 hours in the makeup chair was a trip, man. I listened to the radio a lot, but once we got the makeup on, it was fun to shoot. And that's available in video stores. Exorcism is called.
You know, when I started Power Rangers, I owned martial arts schools even before I started. So my biggest thing is just, you know, I realized that, I don't know, I just rather be like a CEO of a company. I don't really like working for people. And I just felt good about it, you know, because like I said, I'm a businessman and stuff. But I went through a lot, you know, I mean, you know, my brother passed away and all that stuff. But beyond all that, the best thing about, you know, afterwards is, you know, again, I mean, I got a 3-year-old little girl who just absolutely loves Power Rangers now, and she, you know, wants me to morph all the time. And I mean, she really does. The last time, she just hands me toys and is like, morph, 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 you know, it's like, power up. I mean, she's like, power up, Daddy, power up, Daddy, power up, Daddy. So it's like, I don't know if it's coming back to haunt me, or do I really be like, yeah, no, nothing comes back to haunt me. I'm excited that she likes it. In fact, she talked to them, all 3 of them on the phone, and she was just like, how come you didn't tell me you were going there? She's only 3, she's smart though, but she, so, you know, just kind of seeing her grow up and my wife, and kind of just, my whole life kind of changed. You know, honestly, I just, you know, I don't know, just like Steve was saying, you find your calling, and I got lots of businesses going on right now, and I've been blessed with all my businesses right now. I've been prospering, and I've just been taking care of my family and doing what I like to do, work for myself and build up things. And you know, you never know. I mean, my whole thing is, yeah, I want to do movies. I got a movie going with Dom and Dragon right now called Sci-Fighter 2 that we're doing, and another movie that's supposed to be out there, but I'm not even going to talk about it. But my whole thing is I'll make enough money for myself so I can just film my own movies and be my own producer and be my own funding guy, so I can make my own type of movie that I want to make, so they don't tell me what kind of rules I got to do. That's my ultimate goal.
Do you two remember anything particularly horrific that he did to you?
Yeah. Glad you brought that up. It wasn't anything he did, but when the scene where we were shooting, we were jumping out of the plane, everybody got to do their part. They were on the wires and they're like flip, and they got to like, you know.
I'm thinking, because I'm trying to remember. You know, it's like when you get busted for someone, you're trying to remember what you've done.
Right. Well, anyways, I had to do mine after dinner. So I'm like, up on the wires and I flip, and I'm like, and they're, filming me. And then I do it again, and I swear, I just got sick. I couldn't do it like in my head, and I was like, so I'm up like, how many feet were we up?
20 feet out.
Yeah, we're up in the air, and I start throwing up, and him and David are taking pictures. No sympathy for me. They're just like pull me down, so I'm just like throwing up. So they like pick a bucket up there, and I'm just like, I was sick. I get dizzy real easy, and they're just like taking pictures.
eBay wasn't around back then. I would have sold
Yeah.
that. That was before eBay.
That was, thank God.
I gotta tell you that when we were in Australia filming the movie, before that we'd filmed for like a month and a half straight, working like 7 days a week to make a bunch of new episodes that were going to come out in November of '94. And so we were filming, and this was like in October of '94. We were in Australia filming the movie, and Shuki Levy, who's the owner of the show, he goes, hey, I got some footage that we brought over from America. You want to watch it? Like, yeah, we want to see ourselves. And the one that we recorded with, or that he had with him, was Rocky Just Wants to Have Fun. And they were they had me so over the top in that. I just felt so goofy, and like I just knew it wasn't going to look right. When I saw myself, I was so mortified looking at that show. It was like, oh man, it was just too weird for me. So after that, I could never watch the show. Just like you were saying, I could never watch myself on TV because it was too weird. But it was because of watching that raw footage of Rocky Just Wants to Have Fun. So that's my experience.
I haven't seen a lot of stuff, and I'm just now watching it with my little girl. I completely forget it's even me, though. I'm just kind of like, I don't remember filming that kind of stuff. I like to just do the acting and then watch it from a different perspective, like it's not me. I can't watch myself and start, judging everything. I just can't do that. Like performances, like, today, I want to make sure that if it's on videotape, I want to make sure that all my performances are good. I try to go in that right frame of mind. I can't tell you afterwards if it's good or not until I review the footage. It's kind of weird. I don't know. For me, it's kind of weird. I just kind of watch it and I just pretend it's not me, because these things would drive me crazy. I'll just pick things apart.
What happened was it was really my fault, because I was living in Philadelphia when I was working with that advertising company, and they had me all over the place. And so I was moving around quite a bit, and I don't know how they found me, but they found me. And I was in Philadelphia, and they called my office, and they're like, yeah, hey, it's Leanne from the Power Rangers. I'm like, oh, hey, Leanne, how are you? And they go, yeah, we're thinking about doing a reunion show. Okay, hey, no problem. Whenever you're ready to do it, just give me a call. And I thought I'd have plenty of time to, tell them where I was going to be moving to or whatever. But I moved, and I guess they tried to get a hold of me at that old number, and they didn't know how to get a hold of me, and I moved at that point, and they couldn't wait for me, so they went ahead and moved forward. So I don't know if that's what they said to you guys.
Yeah, but I was wondering if he came back, how would that work out with him and Austin anyway? Because Austin, played Jake, so if it was up to me, I would have just told him to come back. But that's the thing, is that's who he played. Yeah, that's the truth. I don't care. Put this on YouTube. Honestly,
Please put it on YouTube, please.
I'm hooked, man. I just learned about MySpace, man. I learned about YouTube. Yeah. I don't know which Red Ranger it was, though, but he wasn't there. He didn't want to do it. Refused it. And then they shot a couple insert shots of him. I don't remember filming with him. He's by himself, I think, in the forest or sticking a sword somewhere. I don't know, but but he finally agreed to do it. What season was that? Yeah, I don't think he wanted to do it. I went back. It was weird. I didn't know half those people, man. I was just like...
Okay.